Alright guys, today we are going to be talking about three-digit mental addition. We are going to kind of remind ourselves of the two-digit mental math that we learned with the horizontal, the vertical, also our standard algorithm, and we're going to apply that knowledge into using it with three-digit addition. So you should have this paper in front of you, or if not, you can follow along with me to get a grasp on the strategies. So you can see that we are going to do a first column of horizontal, which means side to side. So if you look up here at our example, you can see that they're taking each of our add-ins and stretching it out into expanded form. So 259 equals 200 plus 50 plus 9. Then they take the add-in of 183. So 100 plus 80 plus 3. Then they add it down. So 9 plus 3 equals 12. 50 plus 80 equals 130. 100 plus 200 equals 300, and then you add that across. 300 plus 130 plus 12 equals 442. The other way we're going to look at is doing our vertical mental math strategy, which is where we stack it up. So our ones are aligned, our tens are aligned, and our hundreds are aligned. Then we do a similar concept. We're going to add just our ones, just our tens, just our hundreds before we find our grand total of our sum. And you can see an example of that up here. So using the same addition problem, we have 259 plus 183. Well, adding our ones, 9 plus 3 equals 12. Adding our tens, 50 plus 80 would equal 130. And then adding our hundreds, 200 plus 100 equals 300. And then we find our sum, adding it down, we find a total of 442. So let's dive in and look at some of this on our own. Now, just a reminder that if you need to slow this video down, if you need to back it up, or if you need to rewatch parts of it, or even pause it and catch up, you are more than welcome to do that. All right, so starting with number 1, we are going to look at the problem of 173 plus 33 equals. So starting with my horizontal, I'm going to write out my numbers. So stretching 173 into expanded form, that's going to be 100 plus 70 plus 3. 33 does not have any hundreds, so it's just going to be 30 plus 3. I'm going to draw that equal bar so it helps me to visualize the fact that I'm adding the sums. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. And to that, I am adding 70 plus 30, which would equal 100. And to that, I'm adding that 100. And that's going to equal, well, 100 plus 100 is 200. 6 more will give me a sum of 206. So now let's move on to that vertical mental math strategy. So again, we have stacked it up. So we've aligned our ones with our ones, our tens with our tens, and our hundreds with our hundreds. And we're going to add our ones first, then our tens, then our hundreds before we find our total sum. So ones, 3 plus 3 equals 6. Moving on to our tens. Now if we're adding just tens, there are not going to be any ones. So 7 tens plus 3 tens is going to equal 10 tens, which is the number 100. And then adding just our hundreds, if we're just adding them, we'll not have any tens or ones. So looking, I have 100 and then nothing that I'm adding it to. So that's just the sum of 100. Now I can add it down. 6 plus 0 equals 6. 0 plus 0 equals 0. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So again, I have gotten the sum of 206. Right now, we're going to use our standard algorithm, or sometimes referred to as that old-fashioned method. So we're going to add our ones. If we need to regroup and carry, we'll do that. We'll add our tens. If we need to regroup and carry, we'll do that. And then add our hundreds to find the total sum. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. 7 plus 3 equals 10, so we're going to drop that 0 and carry that 1. Do not forget about the 1 that you carry. And then 1 plus 1 equals 2. So here you can see I solved it 3 different ways, but it didn't matter because I got the same sum every way that I did it. And that is the point, is to provide you with strategies of how you could solve it to get the right answer. So let's do another one. We have 483 plus 319. So again, starting with our horizontal, I'm going to write it out. And then I'm going to do the expanded form. So 400 plus 80 plus 3. 319 would be 300 plus 10 plus 9. Adding my equal bar, I'm going to add it down. So 3 plus 9 equals 12. Moving over, 80 plus 10 equals 90. And then 400 plus 300 would equal 700. Now I could add that together. So 700 plus 90 would be 790. 12 more would get me to 802. All right, let's do this vertically now. So adding my ones, which is right here, 3 plus 9 has the sum of 12. Moving over to my tens, I have 0 ones if I'm adding just my tens. I'm going to add 8 tens with 1 10, which would equal 9 tens. And then I'm going to add my hundreds, and that's not going to have any tens or any ones. So 400s plus 300s would equal 700s. Adding it down now, 2 plus 0 plus 0 equals 2. 1 plus 9 plus 0 is going to equal 10, so I'm going to drop that 0, and I can carry this 1 over here. 1 plus 7 would equal 8. Got the same answer. Let's see if we can do it a third time. So when we're using our standard algorithm, remember we always start in our ones. So 3 plus 9 equals 12. So drop that 2, carry that 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 more brings me to 10, so drop my 0, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 3 more makes it 8. So here, once again, I've done it 3 different ways and ended up with 802 as my sum each time I did it. Let's try one more together. Now this one, if you have your paper, is on the very back. So you're going to flip that paper over just like a pancake. And this should be at the very top of the back of your paper. So here, we are going to add 299 with 284. So starting horizontally, I'm going to stretch it out. So 299 and 284 are what I'm adding. 299 is made up of 200 plus 90 plus 9. 284 can be composed of 200 plus 80 plus 4 equals 9 plus 4 is going to equal 13. 90 plus 80 would make 170, and 200 plus 200 is 400. Now, 400 plus 170 is going to make 570. If I add 13 more, I would get the sum of 583. So let's try it again vertically. Adding just my ones, so 9 plus 4 is going to equal 13. Oops. Adding just my tens, so 9 plus 8 is 17 tens, and there are no ones. And then moving to my hundreds, 200 plus 200 is 400, and there are 0 tens and 0 ones in 400. So now let's add it down. 3 plus 0 equals 3. 1 plus 7 plus 0 equals 8. And 1 plus 4 equals 5. All right, last step is to check it with our standard algorithm. 9 plus 4 equals 13. Drop that 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 8 more is going to bring us to 18, so the 8 goes down. We carry that 100. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 more brings us to 5. So again, I have done it using 3 different strategies. And all of them landed me at the same sum of 583. So it doesn't matter which of these strategies you use when you solve it, when you get to choose a strategy, as long as you can find one that works for you and use it to the best of your ability. All right, guys, the last thing is you have 2 problems that you're going to do on your own and get checked by your teacher. Good luck!